Alright you guys, I'm going to be switching out this mechanical fan with an electric one. The plastic shroud for this fan busted up and was really brittle. Was unable to reuse that. And I don't really feel like trying to put a new one in there. Let's see what I think about electric fans. I'll keep that to replace, before putting these nuts back on, I'm going to use I'm going to use a washer and a lock washer. Make sure those stay put and make up some of the space from the mounting hub on that fan there. Okay, mechanical fan is off and the pulley bolted back onto the water pump. And for the fans, I just got a 16-inch. Got it as a kit, so it came with a relay switch and the mounting hardware. There's our 16-inch fan. I was thinking about trying to squeeze two of them in there, but I don't think I can if I try to do that. I also found a pack of 2 for a pretty good deal of these 10-inch electric fans. So I'll use one for my transmission cooler, and one I'm going to try to squeeze between the mounts for the oil cooler. Unless those don't stick out too far, maybe I can squeeze another 16-inch on there. This is not 32 inches long, so let's squeeze that in there. Let's see. Well, looks like that goes in just fine. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough room lengthwise to squeeze in 2 16 inches. Let me get the ruler, let's see here. Yeah, not enough room to squeeze 2 16 inches in there side by side, so I wonder if they got like a 12-inch. Yeah, let's see what this looks like. Let's see how it works out. Just go with this combination. So I could put the 16-inch over here and put another 16-inch on the front. Flip the polarity so it blows inward. I'm putting these extra clips on the fans. Just looks like a little better mounting spot than these. Got a spring here. So I'm going to use the smaller fan as a constant source of airflow, and then this will kick on when the temperature sensor kicks in. Alright, if I have to, if this isn't enough, then I will make a shroud for this, or just a plate. Maybe seal up some holes. It wouldn't be too hard to do. I might put like a piece of but yeah, I think for now we're just gonna try sticking it on and see how that does. I'm not making a race car or anything. Even the clutch fan didn't kick on very often. Alright, a pair of socks seems to work pretty good for a spacer. Now I'm just gonna line it up on the edge. Oh no, my stuff's all dirty now. Alright, that's all feeling pretty solid. Now I might have to snip off and it looks like I can't go as high as I wanted to on this, but whatever. I put these on the top so that the spacing's a little skinnier, or a little closer together, so I can put that oil cooler back on there. Alright, that was a little tricky, but I got it. Picked me up a pack of these wire connectors, these 2-pin connectors. Same thing that's on my electric fan over there. Tired of having to cut off the ends of cords just to wire up things, so got me a set of connectors. Came with some non-insulated crimps and got a proper crimping tool for it. And I love it. Look how nice those look. So now I no longer have to splice up everything. At least with these connectors. I'm trying to hunt down everything as I go. Let's see which way do these go in. I got a little clippy on the back of them. Positive is on the top. For the way I want the fan to spin. And it goes in like that. Alright, there we go. I can just plug right into my fans. Also got some terminal strips, so I can make a couple, positive and negative connection for some easy connections to ground and easy connections to the alternators where I'll tap in for the power on these fans. And we can put all our negative connections and positive connections on a nice clean rail there, or bus bar, or terminal strip, whatever you want to call that. I took this out and wrapped it up with some insulation tape just to get that ready. That'll be going in down there where the old sensor is. Put in the new one. We got one of these little self-resetting breaker switches. I'll attach that in between the alternator and the bus bar terminal strip. And also got a built-in fuse on that relay. We got another fan kit coming, another 16-inch, because I was going to try and put 2 on there, but then I changed my mind. So I'm going to take the relay out of that. I do have another set of relays, but they're really nice and weatherproof, and I'll just use the, since I already bought this other kit, I'll just take the parts out of that and make that work. So I'll have a relay for the 16-inch and a relay for that 10-inch. So I'm going to start by mounting everything where I want it to go. Figure out where the bus bars or the terminal strips, find a clever spot for those things, and then we'll cut wires and wire it all up. Look, I want a ground right here. Just snip that out and splice it back on. Snip it off of there. Alright, let's grab a multimeter, make sure that's still need a connection to ground with that Teflon tape on there. Here's finding a spot. Yep. Alright, now let's make sure the radiator is grounded itself. Nope, I don't think the radiator is grounded. We're gonna have to do that. Yeah, we have to put a little ground on here. Somewhere. Alright, that is now grounded. Alright, get a wire hooked up to that thermostat switch, thermal switch. Okay, put the white wire on positive, black wire completes the circuit to ground through that thermal switch. Turning the fans on, this also needs to go to positive, and then the blue wire will be the output to the big fan. Alright, we got positive coming off the battery connection from the alternator to the breaker to the terminal strip, positive to the fuse to the relay, out to the fan, positive on the relay coil side, two positive. Actually, I don't think the polarity matters on that, but one side to power, one side to ground. And that will be the thermostat switch. I think it should be all... no. I thought I was going to say I think we're good for a test, but no, I got to hook up ground. I still need some 10... I'm using 10 gauge to the terminal strips from power. I'm going to get a good ground off the alternator as well, so... Yeah, I think I will just throw on this other relay instead of running power up to the switch. Then I can put a little diode in between these two. When the big fan kicks on, the little fan will also kick on, just in case I forget to flip the switch on. So same thing, I got a ground like right there, even though the ground needs to go off to the thermostat. But do a little snipping, trimming. I think I could put this just on the back of the bolt from the first one. Alright, all the positive connections are made. I got both fans hooked up. Should be ready to go, except for these here. I'm just going to do a quick test with the alligator clip. And then we're going to tie the main fan to the thermostat. And then we'll tie the smaller fan to a switch. And a diode jumper in between those, so if the thermostat kicks on, it'll kick both fans on. If I forget to flip the switch on for the smaller fan. Alright, found me some extra 10 gauge I could use for the ground over here. And then we'll be good for a test. Okay, now we should be ready for a test. Everything hooked up, except for those. Turn this key on, or the battery switch on. Here, let's find some kind of ground. Okay, so that's the relay to the main fan. Let's try the little one first. Alright, not bad. Moving a good amount of air. Well, a true test will be when I'm driving. We'll see what that does, but... Oof. Cranks it out. Holy moly. I got a pack of diodes here. Go look for the Schottky diodes. I got 20 of these 1 amp 40 volt IN5819s. Just take one of those since I got so many of them. IN. Here we go, 20 piece IN5819. 1 amp. These relays don't take too much power, so that should be all I need. We're going to set this up so thermostat can turn on both fans, or the switch can turn on just the small fan. Okay, so I think I got that hooked up right. We'll call this the switch on my dash for the small fan and oil cooler, or the oil cooler fan. And this will be simulating the thermostat. Both fans are kicking on. This will simulate the switch on my dash. And now only a small one kicks on. Dash switch. And thermostat. I like it. Out of this whole thing, this is the only part I don't really like. I'm definitely going to rewire this later and put some loom around the wires. Give me some wire loom or some kind of wire cover. But for right now, this is just temporary. But yeah, I don't know, I could definitely do that a little different. Alright, that's good. Let's just put a switch in. That's where this wire is going up to. Through the firewall, or whatever you want to call that. I guess that's a firewall. And I'm just going to put it right there next to my battery charging switch. I'd love to rebuild this whole dash. This thing's just kind of cheesy. I mean, it works. Easy place to put switches. All right. Sitting here for about 10 minutes, got the temp up a little bit. Let's flip it on to see how this does sitting at idle. Going to replicate a stuck in traffic scenario. Just sitting here and see if it keeps the temp down at least. Oh wow. That has actually got a crap ton of suction to it. I mean, a lot more than I was expecting. Like right there, I can feel the air whirling around my hand. Yeah, that is... Okay, that was just slowly creeping up over the past 10 minutes, actually probably like 12 minutes because it was about 3 minutes in I started that timer. And I just heard the big fans kick on. It's good, looks like it's gonna work out. Whirling away over here, holy moly. Holy crap. actually has gone down a little bit. It's been about 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes now. And that seems to be maintaining the temperature. So I think it's gonna work. I'm losing confidence for summertime. It's like 60 degrees outside right now. It says it's 50 in the weather report, but it does not feel like 50. It feels a bit warmer. It's nice. So it's not the hottest day. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see what happens when summer gets here. If this doesn't work, we'll either put a shroud back in or make a plate to block off the radiator on the back and cut some holes for just the I was also thinking about putting another 16-inch on the front so they cover the whole radiator, but it's keeping his temperature, so about 15 minutes is as long as I'll ever sit in traffic, sitting idle. So I guess we'll see how it do when summer gets here. Okay, just check to make sure the switch is still working right. Right now it doesn't matter. Both fans are gonna stay on. Flip it on, and that just keeps the breeze going through the engine compartment. That was the main reason of putting the switch in there, so I can have the small fan on, just so this doesn't just have stagnant air sitting in there. It'll be cooking like an oven. Also, there's going to be an issue. I just realized with shutting. I'm going to shut off the RV, and the fans are going to keep running till it cools down. That might be bad for the battery. But that's holding. It's looking good. It's whirling away in there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hook up, I suppose the positive wire from the relays can tie together and come up to the ignition, and then they won't come on unless the ignition's on. They've been going, stopwatch says a minute. It's probably about 1:30 seconds. You know, that's probably not the worst thing. I want to help the engine cool down while it's sitting here. I just don't want my battery to be dead when I come back, so we'll have to see how that works out. We'll do that later. We'll give you guys an update in the next vlog. The bug's stuck on the fan. Oh, it's one of those, what do you call it? Thermometer crickets, whatever you call them. Make it cool, chirping sound. Well, there they go. Took 7 minutes to cool down.